welcome to my channel, All of Jasmine. Today, I secured my second contract with a event planning service as their wedding officiant. Well, one of their wedding officiants, and I wanted to share with you how I was able to do that. So today, I secured my second contract as the wedding officiant for a event planning service. And I am so excited and so thankful that I was able to do that, because I don't really know, I can't say how hard it is. I can just tell you what all I have done and how long it took for it to happen. And I don't even think that I realized in the beginning that I was trying to get a contract. I was just kind of trying to put myself out there and let people know who I am and that I'm here and willing to work and that I am an officiant and I want some business. So earlier this year, I was working a job I absolutely despised. I hated it so freaking much. But from every job that I work, I've learned something. And on that job, I learned that there are people who truly appreciate receiving things in the mail. And if you do not send out some type of email or mail out some type of flyer or have some type of billboard or something, sometimes people don't really know who you are or what you have to offer. So I saw a lot of different videos that talked about creating materials on Canva. And when I went on to Canva, I am not like a graphic designer or any of the sort. I actually kind of struggle a tad bit with trying to create content just because it's something very new to me. Like when MySpace was a thing, I was I was on that bad boy coding like a mug. But now it's like, what? My baby, my 9-year-old daughter come and show me things. She's like, "Mommy, this is all you have to do." And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Reverse, go back, because that looks like something foreign. I think you just did a magic trick, because I don't know how to do that. And I've been very patient, and I've been learning from my little baby and from YouTube University. But anywho, on Facebook, TikTok, Pinterest, all these different things, they always talk about Canva and creating content, how you can write a book or you can create flyers or create videos or whatever just from using Canva. So I signed up for Canva and I purchased the pro plan or professional plan. And I said, okay, I'm going to try to create a couple of different things. So the first thing I created was a book with KDP, which I am in the process of changing now. And you'll see, I changed a lot of things. I have changed so much in the last 2 years, because when I first got started, I thought I had this idea of how I wanted things to go and what I wanted it to be called, and had a reason or meaning behind the name that I picked. And then as things went on, I was like, I don't like that. And I changed everything. So Canva, I went on to Canva and created my flyers. I'm going to show you what they look like. Well, first, they come in this cute little box. For those of you who have never ordered from Canva before, they come in this cute little box. And I have 2 different boxes because I did 2 different orders. And when I first opened this box, I fell in love. And I'm going to tell you why. So it says, it always seems impossible until it's done, right? That's what it says here. And I realized that that is what I put on my cap when I graduated. You see that? So when I saw it, I was like, it was meant to be. But anyways, I created 2 different flyers because I, at the time, separated the notary work from the wedding officiant business, even though they are hand in hand. And I created 2 different flyers because I didn't want anyone to get confused and be like, she's a notary. I don't want her doing my wedding. I want a minister, even though I'm an ordained minister. So I was like, well, I'm going to create 2 different flyers, and I'm going to have the wedding flyers to send out to different event planners or event halls or whatever, to try to let them know, I'm in the area and I'm an officiant, and I would like to let you know who I am, introduce myself, and possibly get some business. And then I created my notary flyer to send out to different title companies, blah, 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 blah. So in the beginning of the year, I created these flyers. I'm going to show you what they look like. And I decided that I was going to get it out in 2 ways. I was going to email them and I was going to mail them. So I did that. I created this flyer. It's my wedding flyer. Is it the best? No. And it's my old business name. It's how you know this is old. I gotta update everything. But I did not have any professional pictures taken. I just was like, okay, I'm going to make it do what it do with what I have, because I don't want to keep on saying, oh, I have to wait for this and I need to wait for that, because it will never get done. It has been 2 years and I still have yet to get professional photos taken. So if I did not go ahead and push myself and just say, let's crop this couple out of the picture and add a photo stock or stock image or whatever you want to call it, picture there, and just make it my own, it's never going to get done. And people will never know who I am, because at this point, I don't even know how many weddings I have done, honestly. And I still have not taken pictures. So I still wouldn't have any flyers. Anyway, I created these and I saved the PDF version, and I just typed up this "so nice to meet you" email, and I sent the flyer with the email out to as many people as I could. I emailed them, I messaged them on Facebook, I messaged them on Instagram, and then some that I could not find an email address for, or a Facebook for, or they didn't have their messenger open, I mailed it to them. And some I still mailed it to them, even if I emailed it to them, just so you can really know who I am. But on the notary one, let me show y'all, even though this isn't really truly about notary. This is why you have to double check your work. So this flyer, I absolutely love. This is one of my favorite flyers that I've created. But I spelled services wrong. Do you see that? It says services. What is that? Services. And I sent this out to people. I sent this to people. And my best friend was like, friend, I'm looking at the flyer, and I think you forgot the R in services. And I was like, no, it's in cursive. I don't think ooh, yes, I did. It says services. It's done now. No need to dwell on the past. But I have recreated these and updated them to send out. And then I am working on my new flyers to send out for weddings. But anyways, earlier this year, I sent out the flyers with a little "so nice to meet you." Some were printed out, and then some were just attached in the email, and my contact information, all that good stuff. And I received a call from the first vendor who said that they were looking for a Black officiant specifically, and they needed an African-American woman, and they wanted to know if I was available. So I'm like, heck yeah, I'm available. Put me on the books. And they did. So far with them, I have done 2 weddings, which is great. It's a lot easier when it's a contract, because you don't have to do as much of the legwork. With the second opportunity, I don't know why. I do know why. This opportunity literally brought me to joyous tears, because I was like, wow, I did all this work and no one is reaching out to me. I have not heard anything back from anyone. No one has said, oh, I have not heard nothing. No one emailed me back. No one messaged me back. No one, nothing. I even had 2 of my flyers returned to sender. Like, what? I didn't even open it. And look at the goodness that's inside me. Anyway, she calls me and she asked me if I was available on a specific date. And I was like, you have to give me just a second to get home and open up my computer. I'm on my way home from work, and I need to look and make sure. I don't want to just tell you yes, and then I got to turn around and tell you, oh no, I didn't know I had a wedding that day. So we're talking, and she's like, well, let me introduce myself and, let you know who I am and what I'm trying to do. So she did, and she was a very sweet soul. And she said that I'm just looking for a couple people to have to contact, and I want to have you as a vendor with my business, so that if I get some clientels and weddings are pumping out, that I have you on the books and I can contact you. And I just want to know what your fee is, and if you are open to different types of weddings, and just tell me about yourself, different weddings you've done. So I talked to her. We talked for about 15 minutes, and we got done talking. She said, all right, I'm going to send you over a contract to your email and fill that out for me. And, I look forward to hearing from you. Let me know if you are available this day. So I called her this morning and I told her I am available, and I had not received the contract. So she was like, you didn't receive it? Let me send it now while you're on the phone. So she sends it to me, and she's like, just fill it out, get it back to me, and I'm going to send you everything over for this wedding on this day. So I'm like, okay. I get off the phone with her, and as soon as I get off the phone with her, I get an email, but it's not from her. It's from another client that I have been going back and forth with for, oh my goodness, it must have been about 3 months now about their ceremony. And it happens. Like, you have people that are like, I'm ready. No, I'm not. I'm ready. No, I'm not. And you just really have to go with the flow. Like, you can't get frustrated and be like, oh, I'm not dealing with you. People are sometimes very nervous to go through this process. This is a very big commitment. Like, the email from them, they're ready to move forward. And right after I open up that email, I get the email from her. And in the email, it details, how much I would be getting for the service and da-da-da-da. And I just started crying like a big simp, because I could not believe that all that I had done in the beginning of this year is actually happening now. It has been months. We are in September now. Like, I must have sent these flyers out in February. So I'm looking and I'm like, I'm very thankful that I took the time to create those flyers, and I took the time to reach out to all these people, because although you may get more no's than yeses, it feels really good when you do get a yes, and when people recognize you and recognize your work and they're willing to work with you. And if you continue to do a good job and pour love into yourself and your clientele and into all that you do, you are going to do nothing but continue to attract that abundance. And I feel like that's the path that I'm on. So that is how I secured my second contract of the year. And I hope that all of you that are getting into the business and officiating are able to do the same. Love and light.